The wrong hotel location can quietly ruin your first trip to Prague. A hotel can look perfect online, have a great price, and still leave you dealing with late-night noise, inconvenient surroundings, or a location that's not as convenient as you expected. Today, we're breaking down 5 Prague areas you should think twice about staying in. First-time travelers beware. And we'll show you what we choose instead. Stay until number 1, because it's one of Prague's most tempting hotel locations, but it can feel completely different after dark. Let's start with number 5. Number 5, Smíchov. Good neighborhood, but not our first choice for first-timers. Smíchov isn't a bad neighborhood. Around Andal, you'll find excellent public transportation, restaurants, shopping, and several good hotels. But for a first Prague trip, we think twice about choosing Smíchov simply because a hotel is cheaper. Parts of the area feel more modern and commercial, and you're not surrounded by the historic streets and landmarks that make Prague so special. You'll also rely more on public transportation to reach places like Old Town, Charles Bridge, and Prague Castle. That doesn't make Smíchov a bad choice. If you find a highly rated hotel near Andal at a great price, it can still work. But for a short first trip, we'd rather spend a little more on a location that makes sightseeing easier. First-timer tip: check the hotel's exact address and transport connection rather than judging the neighborhood by its name alone. Number 4, Žižkov. Don't book here without checking the exact street. Žižkov is actually a great option for travelers who want a more local atmosphere, plenty of pubs and restaurants, and generally lower hotel prices. The problem is that not every part of Žižkov offers the same experience. Some streets are well connected and pleasant, while others can feel busier, more traffic-heavy, or simply farther from the attractions you'll visit every day. So if you see a hotel that's dramatically cheaper than similar options closer to central Prague, don't automatically assume you've found a bargain. For a short first trip, the money you save could come with extra commuting and less convenience. First-timer tip: if you're considering Žižkov, we check the exact street and transport connection, particularly around well-connected areas such as Dlouhá Podbrad, rather than choosing the cheapest hotel anywhere in the district. Number 3, Wenceslas Square. The room location matters more than you think. Wenceslas Square looks almost perfect on a map. You're central, surrounded by restaurants and shops, well connected by public transportation, and within walking distance of many major attractions. So we're not saying to avoid the entire area. The real issue is where your hotel room faces. Hotels directly on the busiest parts of the square can mean traffic, trams, nightlife, and street activity continuing late into the night. During the day, the location can feel fantastic. At midnight, you might wish you'd checked those room reviews. The smarter option is to stay nearby but choose a quieter side street or a courtyard-facing room when possible. First-timer tip: before booking, search recent reviews specifically for noise and check whether the room faces the street or a quieter courtyard. But here's where Prague gets even more interesting. You can choose a hotel because it's incredibly convenient on a map and still end up with a location we'd rather avoid for a first trip. And our next area is a perfect example. That's coming up next. Number 2, Hlavní nádraží. Don't confuse train convenience with a great base. Prague's main railway station is extremely convenient if you're arriving or leaving by train. But if you're choosing a hotel simply because it's close to Hlavní nádraží, we'd think twice. The station gives you easy access to public transportation, but the immediate surroundings aren't where we choose to base ourselves for a first Prague trip if similarly priced options are available elsewhere. The area around the station can also feel less pleasant late at night, with a more noticeable street scene than you'll find around Prague's historic neighborhoods. More importantly, being close to the train station doesn't mean you're close to the Prague experience you came for. For a short first trip, we'd rather stay slightly farther away in a more enjoyable neighborhood and simply take public transportation to the station when needed. First-timer tip: if you're arriving by train, don't feel you need to sleep beside the station. Look toward central New Town or VINOHRADY instead. Number 1. Dlouhá and the Old Town nightlife zone. It changes after dark. If you're searching for a hotel in Prague, an address around Dlouhá Street can look almost perfect. You're in Old Town, surrounded by restaurants and bars, with many major attractions within walking distance. On a map, it looks exactly like where a first-time traveler should stay. But there's a catch. The same location can feel completely different after dark. Dlouhá and the surrounding streets are known for nightlife and late-night activity, which can become a problem if your hotel room faces the busiest parts of the street. And this is why we wouldn't say, don't stay in Old Town. Old Town can actually be one of the best areas for a first Prague trip. The smarter move is to choose your exact street carefully. Stay close enough to enjoy the attractions, but consider moving away from the busiest nightlife streets. And if you find a hotel you love in this area, check recent reviews for nighttime noise and look for a quieter or courtyard-facing room. First-timer tip: don't book an Old Town hotel based only on the words "central location." Open the map, check the exact street, and read recent reviews for nighttime noise. So, where should you actually stay in Prague? For most first-time visitors, we'd focus on Old Town, MALÁ, STRANA, or selected parts of New Town and VINOHRADY. For maximum convenience, Old Town is hard to beat. You're surrounded by historic sites, restaurants, and walkable streets. Some hotels we'd consider are Hotel Rot, H10 Old Town, and Hotel Hostel Prague Old Town. For atmosphere and a quieter feel, we'd look at MALÁ STRANA. You're close to Prague Castle, Charles Bridge, and some of the city's most beautiful streets. Hotel Podvízy, Hotel U3 Strosu, and Hotel Waldstein are worth considering. And if you'd prefer a more local atmosphere while staying well-connected, VINOHRADY and selected parts of New Town are excellent alternatives. Mosaic House Design Hotel, Hermitage Hotel Prague, and Hotel Taurus are worth comparing depending on your dates and budget. And if you're still deciding which hotel to book, we've already done the research for you. Our Prague Hotel Guide, 5 Best Cheap Hotels in Prague under $150 for First-Time Travelers, breaks down 5 highly rated options, their locations, what makes each one worth considering, and which type of traveler each hotel is best for. So once you've chosen your preferred area, that's the video we'd recommend watching before you book. You'll find the link in the description. And if you're planning what to do once you arrive, don't forget our 10 things you must do in Prague on your first trip video as well. Together, these Prague guides can help you decide where to stay, what to do, and which locations to think twice about. Remember, we're not saying these locations are places you absolutely cannot visit or stay. The goal is simply to help you understand the trade-offs before you spend your money. Choose the right location, and your Prague trip can be much easier, more comfortable, and more enjoyable. Thanks for watching Love Hard, Travel Harder. Until the next trip, travel smarter, stay better, and spend less.